Twitch is a magical platform. Tons of crazy shit have happened on Twitch, like Dr. Disrespect's mysterious ban from the platform. The circumstances are still unknown and is an unexplained mystery, and Alex Jones level conspiracies exist on it to this day. There was a guy that fingered his butthole for a $20 tip. Recently, there was a girl that spread her pussy and asshole on stream. You just got to see the entire birth canal, and she, like, shoved her asshole right into the camera as if she was trying to let Twitch do a colonoscopy on her, like Twitch plays colorectal surgeon. Just a ton of wild, incredible things on Twitch. But one thing that is brand new and happening right now is a hostage situation. This dazzling young man is named Ludwig, and he's a dear friend of mine whom I miss greatly, and I think I speak for his family and his friends when I say, it's not the same without you, Lud. All of those pictures you saw of that wonderful Boy Scout Ludwig were taken before his unfortunate kidnapping. Now, I'm gonna break down the situation. Nearly a week ago now, Ludwig did what was called a subathon. Not reinventing the condom or anything too crazy, it's something that many Twitch streamers have done. But Ludwig, in his hubris, pushed it further than anyone had ever dared to dream. Ludwig did an uncapped subathon, meaning no matter what happens, he will continue to stream as long as subs are pouring in. So Ludwig set it up where every sub equals an extra 10 seconds added to the entire stream time. Uninterrupted, uncircumcised, never-ending stream. The Twitch chat smelt blood in the water. Like sharks, they were hungry, but instead of biting and taking things, they were giving things, giving money to Ludwig in order to keep the stream going, perpetually fueling it like the train from Snowpiercer. What happened is, subs continue to pour in, seemingly unstoppable, sub after sub, minute after minute added to the stream time, and now he has been streaming non-stop for over 6 days, with another 65 hours still remaining on the clock and climbing. It is not going down. It is only reaching new heights. He's gone up nearly 300,000 followers on Twitch, over 50,000 subs in 6 days. Ludwig suffers from a condition known as success, and he is suffering greatly. Ludwig has to sleep on stream, shit on stream, shower on stream, all of this documented in front of 40 to 70,000 people, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Twitch chat is holding Ludwig hostage. It's fucking crazy. And on top of all this, every time Ludwig sleeps, which again has to be on stream, broadcast the entirety of his sleeping session, so no wet dreams will be able to fly under the radar should that occur. Every time he sleeps, it has to be in the bed from Uncut Gems, which is a race car. Not the most comfortable bed, and a little embarrassing, I might add. And Ludwig, every time he goes to sleep, is visited by the Tooth Fairy. If the Tooth Fairy was carrying a lot more than $1 to put under his pillow. I'm talking the Tooth Fairy carrying 10,000 subs. Every time Ludwig sleeps, his total time goes up by anywhere from 10 to 20 hours. Because every time he sleeps, the chat rallies to boost those numbers up even higher to try and make it so his stream genuinely never ends. I talked to Ludwig after our game show Hive Mind's conclusion last Wednesday, and he told me that he only expected this to go for 24 hours tops. He didn't think it would be a huge thing, and he certainly didn't think it would be him being held hostage. He is literally being held captive by the world's nicest jail guards, wardens. He is actually being smothered to death in money, unable to stop succeeding. I'm constantly asked, Charlie, do you feel bad for Ludwig? Fuck no. Are you kidding me? I mean, he's made like 350k. His channel has grown 3 times in average viewers. Like, he is on his way to being the biggest streamer on Twitch, and he absolutely deserves it. Ludwig is a great guy and a great streamer. Now, I would like to show you one clip, and I'll let you make your own conclusions on what you think of it.
No doubt.
Okay, when you say best sport, does it mean the most hype to watch?
Oh no.
Or what's up? What's the question all about?
I do
Hey,
the one
what's
that
up,
I
Lud?
care about most. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Well, at least
morning.
this means that he's gotten a pretty decent amount of sleep, so that's good.
That makes one of us.
I don't even recognize the man in the video there. That's not Ludwig. That's a man in a Ludwig skin suit. You can see all the hope and happiness have left his eyes and been replaced by money, like Mr. Krabs. Every time he awakes, the timer is longer. You can see the fear setting in on him as it's washing over his entire body. All the neurons firing, all alerting him to danger. holy shit, the stream really may never end. What we see in this video is a very sad hostage situation if the hostage was being bathed in money. But it's still sad all the same. One of the wildest parts about this, for me personally, is I was actually talking to my stream about doing a subathon about a week or maybe 2 weeks before Ludwig did his, because another friend of mine had done one. Now, Ludwig's streams are like 5 or 6 times the size of my stream, so if I was to do a subathon, it would have never got to this level. But after watching Ludwig beta test it and guinea pig it for me, it's given me a lot to think about. Not that I was like super gung-ho on a subathon idea anyway, but it was just something I thought looked kind of cool. But what it really made me think about is how miserable or how weird would it be to have every second of your daily routine in your daily life broadcast to people constantly, like the Truman Show, but being aware of it. You know, every time he sleeps, he wakes up with the timer being longer for the time that he has to broadcast every second of his life. He can't have a meaningful interaction with somebody because it'd be on stream. He can't do a lot of personal shit because it's on stream. This is a man who hasn't jerked off in 6 days. This is a man who hasn't engaged in coitus in 6 days. How far will a man go? It is just interesting food for thought, I suppose. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to talk about this because I thought it was pretty fucking wild. And yeah, that's about it. See ya. What is the most tragic thing you've ever seen happen during a Twitch stream? Is it watching your favorite streamer lose a tournament they've trained for a long time? Is it watching your favorite Twitch streamer lose $1 million on a slot machine? Maybe it's you donating $100 to your favorite hot tub streamer and she forgets to write your name on her body. Or maybe you were watching my stream last night where I went 7-1 in my placements for Overwatch 2 and got placed in Bronze 5, the literal lowest division in the game. Point is, there's been a lot of very sad moments broadcast on Twitch, but what I want to talk to you about today is by far one of the saddest. This is the story of a streamer named GimpyGod. GimpyGod is a quadriplegic streamer who suffers from a rare form of muscular dystrophy, and he's a man that I've come to know over the last 6 or so months. And last year, during one of his streams, his house caught fire. Luckily, him and his family and pets all got out safely in time, but it still cost them everything else.
Oh no.
In the middle of Lance Carr's Saturday afternoon gaming.
Our garage is on fire.
His whole life, along with his family's, who he depends on 100% for mobility,
May I have my head up, pal?
Yeah.
What
changed.
happened, Grant? Do I gotta go?
Yeah.
This live stream
No,
on a
we're not.
website, Twitch, catching the moments his nephew Trenton came into the room and helped him escape.
This is difficult to watch because you know he's having a really good time and joking and, you know, keeping everybody enthused. And then, 20 minutes from now, his house is going to burn down.
The house was unlivable, garage completely burnt to the ground, and insurance, of course, helps, but it's been a battle between them and the insurance company to get as much covered as possible. Unfortunately, this hasn't included any of the adaptable equipment that was outfitted in the home, and it also doesn't include the handicap-accessible van that they had. The van is a really peculiar situation, so it was parked in the driveway, but the fire was so intense that it still engulfed that van and the other vehicle in flames and completely charred them, fucking torched them. It was like Amaterasu out of Naruto. It just wouldn't stop until the vehicles were destroyed. And insurance has made the big, bold statement that they won't be reimbursing the van or helping out there because it was in the driveway and not in the garage. So Lance Carr, GimpyGod, said that they would have been better off if one of his relatives had just fucking slammed on the accelerator of the van and crashed it into the garage, so that way it would burn inside as opposed to the driveway. Then they would have had a better chance of getting assistance with the van, which just sounds so cartoonishly evil to make a big hubbub of 3 feet between where the van burnt and where the garage was. So you're telling me if that van was just 3 feet forward, like at least touching the garage door, it would have been okay and insurance would have helped. It's so fucked up. It's super frustrating. And over the last year now, the entire Carr family has been staying at like hotels, and Lance himself has had some medical issues that have come up recently, and it's just been a very hard time for the entire family. I want to quickly show you the clip from GimpyGod's stream where the house caught on fire.
Now I need a helmet and we'll be in good shape. I put absolute crap on her, so that was no fair.
not sure where it is now. I mean, the room's full of smoke. He's out, everything's totally fine, but it's, at least be one of those days for people. I mean, Diablo 2...
The video is sped up a bit, but you can see the room filling with smoke, and shortly after, the stream goes out. Now, Lance games using a special piece of adaptive equipment that allows his eyes to work like his mouse so he can play games. Unfortunately, all of that was lost in the fire. Pretty much everything in the house was lost to it. Just an extremely sad and horrifying situation. There's at least a little good news though, since it's been about a year now, they're finally getting close to moving back into a home, so that way things can potentially start going back to normal. But that doesn't include any adaptive equipment, which is very expensive. So I'm doing a bit of a charity stream fundraiser to help Gimpy God and his family so they can hopefully afford the adaptive equipment again and improve Lance's quality of life. Over the last year, they've been in and out of hotels and hospitals, so Lance hasn't actually even been able to have a proper bath. He's only been able to get sponge baths in that entire time. At the house, they had this track system which would lift Lance and be able to put him in a bathtub so he could be properly washed. But since that equipment all burnt, they've been unable to do that for almost a year now. So I just want to try and help out. So right now at twitch.tv/moistcritical, we're getting real wacky and goofy and wild, doing a big stream to help raise funds for the family. So please feel free to stop in, but don't feel obligated or pressured into donating. Just stopping by and watching to support is amazing as well. And of course, as always, per usual, I'll have a link to the stream in the description of the video. So yeah, I just wanted to share a bit of Lance's story here. He's a great guy, and his family and him have fallen on hard times, but things are looking up, and I'd just like to do whatever I can to help improve Lance's quality of life, as well as just help the family out as much as possible. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah. Today I learned that superheroes are real. If only Stan Lee were still alive to see this, he would be absolutely giddy with excitement. Today on Twitch, there was a streamer that proved to the world and defied science by showing everyone that she can queef on command.
Do the queefing thing, it's amazing. You like the queefs? Yeah, I can literally queef on command. You guys want to hear this shit? Y'all want to hear this shit? Hold up. Let me just put the microphone right here. Did you guys hear it going into my vagina? Now let me push the air out.
This was the queef heard around the world. It went viral on Twitter, and for some reason a lot of people emailed me and tagged me saying, "Charlie, look at this shit. Can you believe what Twitch is allowing on their platform? This is outrageous." Thinking that I would be upset about this, when really I was just fucking stunned. I was beyond impressed. I didn't know it was possible to queef on command. I thought that was just like a myth, like a unicorn. But she proved that it was real. Or did she? You know, it's possible she actually just shit her pants. You know, there's no way to confirm 100% that it was a queef. It could have just been straight ripped asshole that she was playing off as a queef. I'm not trying to get the tinfoil condom on and go full Alex Jones conspiracy theory on you, but there is the potential that it was faked. But let's just work under the assumption that it was not faked, was authentic, and she's able to queef on command. This caused such a big stir on Twitter for some reason. I saw a bunch of streamers, like partnered streamers, and then like streamer journalists, people that only report on live stream fails clips, also talking about this, saying, "This is so fucking disgusting that Twitch would allow this kind of absolutely deplorable content on their site. Did you see her queef? This is fucking crazy. How is she not banned?" And then she did get banned. I couldn't believe it. I don't understand why this would be grounds for a ban. It's no different than when XQC juices a fucking fart on stream. Or me, for instance. When I fart, my farts are pretty pathetic. It just sounds like an empty bottle of hair shampoo that you puff the last tired little bit of air out of. But regardless, when I'm about to fart, I usually give fair warning, like, "Brace yourself, chat, here comes a fart," and then I rip some ass. You know, it's no different than just ripping ass on stream. XQC will, like, fucking aim his butthole at his mic so it's picked up in fucking surround sound high definition quality, and she did the same thing by bringing her mic closer to the vaginal gamma burst that she was about to unleash on stream, right where the labia would start fucking flapping under the pressure of the queef and vibrating. Like, it's no different. The only difference is instead of the air being pushed out of an asshole, it's pushed out of a vagina. That seems to be the only difference here. And that was enough to make people outraged. I'm going to show a couple tweets from some angry streamers that had a real issue with this. I'm not going to show who the accounts are because, like always, I never encourage anyone to go harass someone in their shit. So let's just read a few of the statements here. Guys, we need to do something, man. Let's use our platforms and make a change. This shit is just purely unacceptable. People grind so hard on Twitch and this just spits in our faces. We must speak out. Yes, gamers, it is time we rise and stop women from queefing. We can't let them use Twitch as a platform for queef. Only we are allowed to queef out of our ass. I tell you right now, if dudes could fart out of their cock, we would be doing that shit all the time. I know on stream, I'd be juicing farts out of my dick. I'd be darting on stream all the time, dick farting. I'd go hard on that because it'd be great. Like, it's not like her whole content is queefing. This is a single, 40-second clip from one of her streams. I don't think every stream she does is her throwing her legs over her head and queefing on command for the chat. This isn't spitting in your face. She's not stealing your viewers. And even in the next couple tweets, he goes on to brag about how he gets more viewers than her anyway. So, I mean, I really don't even know what point he's trying to make. I don't know what about it is not okay. She was clearly making a joke out of a talent she has for queefing on command. No different than when XQC or myself or pretty much every streamer on the platform makes a joke out of when they rip ass. Like, it's not that deep. It's not that different. Forzen was banned a month for showing horse dick, but I'm glad this is allowed. Now, first of all, let's go ahead and set this up early. Forzen should have never been banned for that. It is still the most unjust ban in the history of Twitch that I have ever seen on that platform. For those that don't know Forzen, big streamer accidentally showed horse penis on stream. By complete accident, someone had sent like a picture that turned out to be a GIF. It changed to a horse dick for a split second and he took it off screen. He was banned for a month. Absolute bullshit dog shit there. But to compare that to clothed queefing is a bit of a stretch. As opposed to a penis from a horse, you get what just sounds like a fart. If your eyes were closed, you would think someone just farted on stream. But the fact that it's a queef is for some reason different. And I don't really get why. I mean, again, I have seen so much farting on Twitch. Are we going to start going after that next? Like, I don't get the big difference. And it's not like she was making it something sexual, like, yeah, for 5 gift subs, I'll fucking queef for you. And then she just breathed in her vagina, and then fucking queefed it out for more gift subs. She was clearly making a joke about it. Someone in chat brought it up, so she did it. The same people making a big hoopla about this, like, we need her banned, Twitch, please ban her, are the same people that turn around and whine immediately when Twitch bans someone they like for something simple and silly. You are literally doing the same shit you hate to see. It's very hypocritical. This is not worthy of a ban, in my opinion. It was under no sexual connotation or anything. It was a joke fart sound. The only difference is where the fart was blasted through. Instead of it being through the colon railgun, she blasted it through the fucking birth canal pussy railgun. But it's the same general effect. Like, there is no big difference. Just because it came out of a vagina doesn't mean all of a sudden now it should be bannable. It's fucking silly. I don't know how long she's banned for, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that whole thing was about how sexy queefs are, which is what brought it up. And maybe that changes the whole thing. I couldn't tell you. The whole VOD is deleted, and I haven't seen, like, a repost or anything. So I don't know what the fuck was going on that led to the queef superpower reveal. It was like Tony Stark revealing to the world he's Iron Man. So from everything I've seen, it doesn't seem like it was done sexually, just more as a joke. I'm unfamiliar with the streamer, but if it's just for a queef, I think that's a really fucking dumb ban, and I don't know why people are so outraged for the queef itself instead of the ban. I think you should be more worried if Twitch sets a precedent where farting as a joke is bannable. I think that'd be a lot scarier than just having a girl who can queef sometimes on stream. At least that's just my opinion. Again, could be wrong. Maybe the whole thing was a very sexual stream and she was actually banned for something where she was flashing the stream at some point. Couldn't tell you. The whole VOD's deleted. This is the only thing that's left, and she said it's for the queefing, so that's all I have to go on. That's about it. So yeah. I'll be honest, I don't usually cover topics like what I'm about to touch on today because it's extremely serious. Usually the stuff I cover is things to point and laugh at, throw tomatoes at, say boo, stinky, yucky, boo. Not this. This is horrifying. It's a story I haven't seen a ton of people mention, and I myself didn't know about it until a few nights ago where just some random chatter during stream mentioned it. And I looked it up, and the information was only a few minutes old. Like, I don't even know how that guy had access to it so quickly, unless he's like one of the chief investigators on the case that just typed it in the chat. But when I looked it up there wasn't a ton of specifics mentioned about the case. but I've followed it over the last few days as more and more information has come to the public eye. It is truly evil. And to my knowledge, this is the first case where a live stream was used as an alibi in a murder case or anything of that magnitude. There of course has been cases like with Facebook live streams and even YouTube a couple times where horrible atrocities were committed live, but I think this is the only time that someone has tried to use a live stream to prove their innocence and act as a smokescreen to cover up their crimes. Now, the person I'm about to talk about hasn't been found guilty yet, but they have been charged with murder with overwhelming evidence. Extremely compelling and strong evidence. On December 18th in Ireland, a woman named Natalie McNally was stabbed to death in her own home. She was 15 weeks pregnant at the time of her death. And the person accused of the murder is a man named Stephen McCullough. He is a YouTuber as well as streamer. He mainly focused on toy reviews as far as I can tell, specifically seeming to be a big Doctor Who toy reviewer. So what happened is, on the night of Natalie McNally's murder, Stephen McCullough went live on his channel. And this live stream is still up right now. It's a 6-hour live stream. And this was crucial evidence to prove his innocence on this evening. Because how could McCullough have possibly killed someone when there's proof of him streaming from his home at the same time that the murder had taken place? So they eventually, after bringing him in initially on suspicion of being involved in this case, let him go, because this live stream did serve as a pretty good alibi for him. Plus, this wasn't just streamed to 0 viewers, there were real sentient human beings with a pulse there to watch this stream, so should any of this information ever come to light, there would be a lot of witnesses saying, no, I was watching him stream, he was 100% at home. So that was his whole plan. And while this worked for a brief period of time getting him out of suspicion, it was an ephemeral victory because after the investigators combed through about 4,000 hours worth of CCTV footage, they kind of pinned his whole location. They got his whole itinerary here. They were able to track him around and follow him around like it was a fucking Sims character. So not only did they see him through the CCTV evidence, but they also have the account of the taxi driver. They even took notice of things like a yellow glove underneath a black glove while giving change to a bus driver. And with all of this, they had a really strong case against him being the murderer. But they still had that live stream to explain. Because again, there is a live stream that did span the entire course where all of this took place. So how the fuck does this happen? You know, is he David Copperfield? Like, what, 2 places at once? Is this some kind of prestige situation where he had like a twin or a clone of himself? The actual answer is it's far simpler than you would possibly ever think. The live stream was fake. Yes, the stream went live on his channel during this whole period of time, but it wasn't actually a live stream. It was a pre-recorded video that Stephen McCullough had recorded days prior in order to look like a live stream, to mimic a live stream, so that way it could be used as an alibi for him. And when you watch the live stream, which again is still up on his channel, there are so many alarming red flag moments throughout it, even from the get-go. So he mentions at the very beginning of this live stream that he's not going to be able to read chat for a variety of technical reasons. One of them being it would crash his computer, it'd freeze the computer, it'd ruin the whole stream because of all of these deep tech problems that he couldn't solve. Everything's gone cattywampus, so he won't be able to read your chat. More like, Doctor, who's talking? Because I can't see you, I'm not reading chat. He just keeps reiterating over and over and over again that there's going to be no chat interaction. Because obviously, since this is a pre-recorded thing, there is no chat for him to read or interact with.
Well, because this streaming software is kind of up the left, it means I can't check the live chat, which is a real shame. Can't look at the live chat for some bloody reason, because if I do, it makes the whole thing freeze and OBS just screws up.
And he just kept like explaining why he can't read chat, and then he started talking about like, well, I guess I could read it on my phone, but you know, I get addicted to TikTok when I'm on my phone, and that's a mess, so I've put my phone in timeout in another room, so I won't be reading chats there either, and that'd probably ruin my internet too anyway, so no chat tonight. You guys can talk amongst yourself. I don't even like live streamers who read chat, so no chat for me tonight. There's plenty of streamers who don't interact with chat, but to go this long and this in-depth on things that make absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever to explain why you're not going to be reading chat or reacting to donations is definitely a little odd. And there's plenty of other really alarming moments about this stream, especially looking back on it in hindsight. He keeps reiterating that he's live, you know, this is live, and he's staying inside all night. He talks about like drinking and driving, and he'd never drink and drive, which is why he's staying inside, drinking on stream live for his viewers to enjoy. He's playing GTA Vice City throughout the stream, and he's making comments about like how the police force is no longer like equipped to handle cases, and there's a rise in crime. It's in the real world he's talking about. It's all very fucking alarming stuff, but by far the scariest thing he says has to be this.
Yeah, that's physics. That's what would happen in the real world. Abso-fucking-notly. Abso-fucking-notly.
Completely out of nowhere, unprompted, he mentions someone named Natalie in a pretty menacing way. And once again, there's plenty of other things he says in here that are very scary, but I think this one is by far the worst moment. This has been 100% confirmed beyond a shadow of a doubt to be a fake live stream. When authorities seized some possessions, they found the actual video itself and concluded that it was filmed on December 13th or 14th. And also, McCullough himself has confirmed that the live stream was not actually live, it was pre-recorded, but insists that he was actually just drinking by himself alone that night. He completely denies the murder and insists that someone else may have been dropped off in a taxi near his home. This is referring to the CCTV evidence that they've gathered, pinpointing all of his locations throughout the evening. There's also other awful shit here as well. McCullough stayed pretty close to Natalie McNally's parents, and in one case even left his phone over at their house in order to like bug them and secretly spy on them to record their conversations to see if he was a suspect. So McCullough went to the McNally house, left his phone on record, and left, but returned 40 minutes later claiming to have forgotten it, and police were saying that this was an attempt to listen into their conversations to see if they suspected him of anything in this. I can't envision a world where Stephen McCullough is not the person who committed this crime. There is just an overwhelming amount of evidence against him. And he still doesn't have a real explanation for what the possible motive to faking the live stream would even be. Nothing that makes sense, at least. And then randomly dropping Natalie's name during it. I just cannot imagine that this man is innocent, but he hasn't been found fully guilty of being the murderer yet. But yeah, overall, a horrifying situation. I'm wishing the absolute best for the McNally family, and I'm hoping justice is served here. That's about it. So yeah, there's so many things in this world that can make you frown. Undercooked meat, getting a porta potty tipped over on you while you're inside, just to name a couple. I want to give you something that can make you smile. One of those public nuisance streamers whose whole existence revolves around making everyone's lives around them worse as their content has just been arrested. 2023 has actually been a pretty solid year for streamers everyone hates getting thrown in the slammer, finally facing some real repercussions for their awful behavior and unbelievable cringe, such as the streamer Johnny Somali, who is still currently in jail in Japan right now, God bless. Now, I haven't seen a follow-up to the individual we're going to talk about right now, so I'm going to delve into fantasy like it's the fucking Magic Treehouse here. In my little headcanon fanfic, he is currently sitting in his prison cell blubbering his little eyes out like a bitch. And this clip actually makes me extremely happy. It reminds me that Christmas is right around the corner because it gets me in a joyful spirit. And just as old Saint Nicholas taught us, it's better to give than to receive. So I wanted to give you all the gift of a big ear-to-ear grin as we watch this insufferable asshole get arrested, but also what led up to it.
Hey, listen up. You look so cute and you look so delectable. I want to put you on a plate and just eat you up. How about that? What's your name, baby? I know you're sorry. You're sorry you can't get with a hunk like me. You're sorry you're stuck with a cuck that you fucking cheat on. You record videos of you sucking off other guys and he wants to see that shit. Correct me if I'm wrong.
This guy's voice sounds like someone doing an impression of a Redditor. He's got that quintessential nasally loser voice, and clearly he knows he's not actually going to end up getting this girl's number or anything like that. He's being as abrasive as possible because it's content for his stream to entertain them by just going up and harassing women as much as possible. Admittedly, this guy is also self-aware enough to recognize that he is a creep, but instead of doing anything to fix that and better himself, he's more than happy to lean into it as much as possible to become the ultimate creep. He has adopted it as his only personality trait, being a loveless, sexless loser. and tries to make a career out of it. He is actually striving to be a professional dumpster for everyone in the chat to spit in and laugh at. It is pathetic. Dude's out here more dripless than I am, by the way. He's out here rocking a yellow t-shirt, bright yellow, looking like Curious George's friend, the man in the yellow jacket. Goober's also got some of the worst posture I've ever seen in public. He's more hunched over than that iconic photo of Goatman in the forest. So I already know when he's not out in public harassing people for his stream, he's inside on the computer doom-scrolling the internet, rotting and withering away. Now, of course, I'm not usually one to criticize posture, because sometimes when I'm streaming, I get fucking hunched over and right up against the monitor, too. But at least when I'm out in public, I'm self-aware enough to recognize that you gotta straighten that shit up.
And that happens regularly, right? Tell me I'm right on the money or not. Tell me, okay, listen up, baby. I'm so sorry. You know, I really tried. God damn you. Her booty's so small. Fuck.
It's so cute how he also has a friend with him that's doing the same thing, but from a distance, kind of whispering it to stream, just insulting the girl for the audience. What an unbelievable power couple of fucking douchebags.
I don't want to bother you guys, I'm not trying to be creepy in any way, but can I get like one of your numbers and I'll be on my way and then we can meet up?
We're actually going to go meet our boyfriends right now. So.
Oh, so I can't take you out or do anything like that?
Yes, really quick, just stop right now.
Sorry.
Doesn't matter what you want. Do you want?
Here's what we're wondering.
I'm sorry.
You're just so fucking hot.
That second encounter right there is nightmarish. This girl's walking on the street alone. Two weirdos come up to her and say, "It doesn't matter what you want." And you could see her facial expression drop, just completely sink into a panic mode. I have no doubt she expected to be attacked by them or something, and you can see she picked up the pace. Because who wouldn't? That's a fucking weird thing to have happen. That's frightening. And especially from these two guys who are just walking around, camera out, coming up to you in the middle of the night. Like, what the fuck? This whole shtick sucks. It's just going up and bothering people who are just going about their night. Just randomly coming up to women. Hey, pardon me, toots. Unsucked penis is a disease and I'm suffering from it. Are you the cure? You should be. It's fucking dumb. And it's a lot worse than that. It's worse than just going up and doing cringy lines. It's sticking around, bothering people, and in this case, scaring a woman who's walking home alone.
Want to be my girlfriend for 5 minutes? Do you want to just go on a little date?
We're gonna walk for a bit.
Okay.
Just a pinky,
Okay.
pinky?
So you can hold my hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, I'm here with my girlfriend. I'm here with my girl. Can you guys just shut the fuck up? I'm here with my girlfriend. Just
Okay,
shut the
don't
fuck
scare
up.
people.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm here with my girlfriend. You're making too much noise. Get the fuck out of here, asshole. Fucking prick. I'm so sorry, Luna.
No, this is
no.
dumb.
Please. No, I was just protecting you.
No,
I was
I don't
protecting you,
want that,
baby.
no.
Please.
Haha, you get it? The joke is he's just pretending to be an unhinged lunatic. I don't know why you couldn't understand the gut-busting comedy of that. I'm gonna toss a quick fun fact your way, so get ready to receive it. About a month ago, I made a video going over shitty streamers like this guy and his friend, and I'm almost 100% certain that this is the same guy that ran away when someone he was harassing finally took him up on the offer to fight. He was the guy that instigated a conflict, and then the guy he was doing it to said, "Alright, let's just settle it right now." And immediately this guy bolted off. I'm being very generous with that term. Bolted in the same way that an alcoholic zombie would stumble across the street, because this guy is not athletic at all. But he ran away as quickly as his goofy little legs could take him, and then had this brief come-to-Jesus moment where he recognized just how sad and pathetic he is. Just this impressive specimen of trash.
All right, you and me, Central Park, tomorrow. Don't be late, motherfucker.
All right. I hope he doesn't chase me because I don't want to fight him. Am I a pussy beta? Perhaps. But I don't know.
Using all the latest and greatest in technology and summoning the world's leading forensic experts to analyze the footage here, I think we can all conclude with a high level of confidence that this guy and the guy that I've been showing you who's about to get arrested here on stream are the same person. There's just no way that this world is forsaken enough to allow two people that sound, look, and act like him and stream like him to exist at the same time. I just don't believe that. It's the same person. I'm pretty sure of it.
You love it. It's,
You know that there's like a...
Excuse me, what's going on? What's going on?
Relax.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back.
What's going on?
You're being placed under arrest.
For what?
We'll tell you in a minute. Yeah. You just want to talk? You want to run? All right, now we're going to put you on your side.
So they're arresting Carl, guys? Carl did nothing wrong?
Ah, yes, the good ending. Tugs on your heartstrings. It's a beautiful thing to witness. You love to see that. I can't imagine a more fitting conclusion here. I don't know why his buddy's saying he did nothing wrong. He immediately tried to run from the cops who were about to start talking to him. You can't do that. Like, what the fuck? I imagine they got called there for a disturbance, like, hey, there's this weirdo and his weirdo friend that keep harassing everyone nearby, so the cops are coming to tell him to, like, cut that shit out. And then Chief Goofball here immediately tries to run. Well, it's not really a run. This guy and run don't really go in the same sentence. He takes, like, 2 fee-fi-fo-fum steps that kind of resemble, like, speedier movement, and the cops are like, nah, putting the kibosh on this, and they just tackle him, they take him down, and then stand him back up. So, again, I don't know what the update is. I don't know if he's still in custody or what, or if there's any charges. I couldn't tell you. It just makes me happy to see that. It's just a big ol' asshole getting taken off the streets there. So, I thought that might put a smile on some of your faces. That's about it. So, yep. What an unbelievably crazy week on Kick. I was just talking about the French streamer Jean Parmenov, who passed away in his sleep on stream after a marathon of abuse from some other streamers. And just now, I literally just finished streaming Resident Evil 6, and I was taking a little tinkle, and I got sent a little something that is so diabolical, I had to hop back in the saddle and yap about it. It is incomprehensible that yet another potential death was just streamed on Kick. I'm recording this an hour after it happened, and the victim is currently still in the ICU, so I guess by the time I post this, I'll know whether or not they passed away, but I'm going to keep this part in here right now because it's up in the air. A Kick streamer, Raja Jackson, who is the son of Rampage Jackson, and also a professional fighter, just went fucking ballistic on a wrestler during a wrestling event on stream. He picks the wrestler up, slams him on the mat, and then lays down 27 punches to the man's skull, most of which were delivered while he was unconscious. And by the end of it, he is bleeding and bloodied. They couldn't wake him up. They said he was barely breathing, and someone even used the word flatlined, that he was flatlined in the ring. This is not fake. This is not scripted. I did my best to censor this. It is brutal. It is extremely hard to watch. I also cut the clip short, but they pan back and he is covered in blood. Raja Jackson is a professional fighter who has unloaded, I counted 27 blows to an unconscious man. And they all are connecting. This is not like fake. It's not like he's pulling any of his punches. They are all hitting squarely on this man's skull, bouncing his head off of the mat. And I said most of them were when he was unconscious. All of them are while he's unconscious. When I watched it back, it's clear that when he slammed him on the mat, his head hit the mat and it knocked him out immediately. So all 27, potentially more, punches that he threw were on an unconscious man. That can be fatal. That is most oftentimes fatal. And he wasn't done either. It's not like he just stopped and said, okay, well, that's plenty. I've had my fill. He was still going. The only reason there weren't more punches thrown by him is because the other wrestlers were able to separate him. But he was fighting against them to go back and keep beating this unconscious man. He probably wouldn't have stopped punching him until his head popped like a balloon. It's extremely scary, and even if he does pull through, this could have life-changing repercussions with brain damage and so many other complications for the rest of his life, if he even survives, which we don't know yet. He apparently flatlined in the ring and is currently still in the ICU, and we don't have any updates. This is terrifying stuff. Hello, it's Charles, first thing in the morning here, and we don't have a ton of official updates on the condition of that wrestler, but the father of Raja Jackson, Rampage Jackson, gave an update where he is saying that Psycho Stu, that's the name of the wrestler, is alive and is stable. And he also says that he's clearing up misinformation about his son. But then in his statement, he doesn't clear up any misinformation. He just confirms what everyone already knows, that this was completely out of control, inexcusable behavior that Rampage Jackson also doesn't condone. So I don't know what misinformation he thinks he's clearing up with this. He's just agreeing with what everyone else is saying, that his son went fucking berserk. I guess maybe the misinformation demon that he was exercising here was about his son actually getting, like, the permission for payback on Psycho Stu for an earlier confrontation. And what he's referring to there is they had, like, a little beef before the event started, and someone had told Raja Jackson that he could, like, double leg take down Psycho Stu in the ring and then throw, like, a fake punch, and that would be it, to, like, settle the beef and create, like, this storyline. But Raja Jackson on stream, on camera, says that he is going to hurt Psycho Stu. He said he will not stop punching him until people will yank him off of him. So he took that, like, pseudo-invite, like, green light to be involved in the wrestling event as a permission slip to go brutally assault this man and beat him within an inch of his life. Like, I think you could also make a case that this is attempted murder. This was premeditated assault that he planned on not stopping at any point until third parties intervened. Like, I really think you could make, like, a real argument that he had went in there with the full intentions of killing Psycho Stu. That's what it looks like to me.
Tell you guys this, they told me to hit him and just leave. Somebody who pull me off of him will leave. I'm telling you, I'm gonna hit him as many times as I can. Watch.
That's indefensible. You can see him literally planning it off the back of them giving him, like, the instructions for a work where he'd come in and he'd deliver, like, a hit, like a fake hit, and then he'd be pulled off and that'd be the end of it. And he is saying, but watch this, I'm going to keep punching him. Like, he is blatantly stating this. It is very clearly a premeditated assault. And like I said, I really think his goal was to kill Psycho Stu there. It really seems like that was his mission. And you can't chalk this up to confusion where he was directed to do something but then just went a little far, like, mistakenly. He is, with his own voice, his own vocal folds, flapping with their own volition here. He is stating, they told me to do this, but instead, I'm going to do this. I'm going to punch him as many times as I possibly can. He is stating clearly that they told him one thing, and he is not doing that. Instead, he is going to punch the shit out of him, beat him within an inch of his life. You can't possibly say that he just got confused with the stage directions here of the storyline. He is saying that he is going to go punch him as many times as possible and disregard what they said he is permitted to do, like what they planned on. It is premeditated assault by every possible definition. Now, what started all of this, and I've seen people joking about it like, oh, haha, Raja Jackson must not know that wrestling is fake, and he thought the heel was being mean to his favorite babyface, so he took matters into his own hands, tee-hee-hee. But what actually happened is Raja Jackson was touring the event and meeting the wrestlers backstage, and of course the wrestlers are all playing characters, and when it comes to wrestling, there's a little something called kayfabe. And so they are going to portray their character to the best of their ability and keep everything as authentic and genuine as possible. And Psycho Stu was in character and misunderstood that Raja Jackson was not a worker in the event.
Worry about him.
Psycho
You
Stu.
worried about Psycho Stu.
Psycho Stu?
What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's a little.
Oh, you don't sell it?
He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it?
Dude, he's not a fucking
Bro.
worker, bro.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I will fuck him
we're
up,
good.
bro.
I know you will.
Nah.
We're good.
And he takes it way too far when he takes a beer can. I don't know if it's like a real beer can or like one of those breakaway like stunt ones, but he takes it and he crushes it on Raja Jackson's head. Then you can see him get really fired up about it, and all the other wrestlers are also saying to Psycho Stu, like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? he's not like a worker here or anything. That was too far. And that's what started this. And then Raja Jackson waited until their match. Then he stormed in and then beat him potentially to death for it. Now, I think if Raja Jackson had swung on Psycho Stu after the beer can thing, you could definitely make a strong case that he was acting in self-defense. Because that is unexpected, it was unprovoked, and it was kind of a crazy thing for Psycho Stu to do, not knowing for sure if Raja Jackson was a worker in the event or not. It was a bad judgment call for sure from Stu. And he was just like way too fucking committed to being the heel. Like he was really deep into his method acting like fucking Shia LaBeouf style, and he did the beer can thing, and it was definitely over the line. But here's something a lot of people aren't showing enough of, that Psycho Stu was very apologetic when he learned that Raja Jackson was not a worker at the event. He apologized 3 times. They shook hands multiple times, and Raja said, like, hey, it's good, I get it. Multiple times. Meanwhile, he was just like bubbling with anger, waiting for his chance to fucking assault this man.
So fucking seal that.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm sorry, bro. Hey, it's gonna all work out.
Yeah, hello.
I apologize.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I just thought you were a worker. Camera.
I get it.
We're gonna work it out. Well, he's gonna come out on your mat, Juice. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you
know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're always working.
What a fucking worm. This is some slimy behavior here. This is some turbo ass. Raja Jackson is now pretending that he understands and forgives Psycho Stu, who is very apologetic, mind you, and he's explaining, like, look, I saw the cameras, I thought that this was like another work, that we were building a storyline, this and that, and Raja Jackson's like, no, I get it, and he's like shaking his hand and everything. Meanwhile, he is actively planning of assaulting this man, beating him unconscious and fucking leaving him eating meals through a straw, as he is like pretending to let bygones be bygones here and that they're on good terms. That's fucking unhinged. Now, before showing you some more of the aftermath here, let me introduce you to Psycho Stu. I think you should get a little bit of the lore behind this wrestler that Raja Jackson beat so severely, hospitalizing in the ICU, and apparently caused to flatline in the ring.
Pro in 2009. I had just got out of the military, probably about 6 months earlier. I got out of the military, I joined Knox Pro, because I needed something to focus on. I needed something to help me adjust back into civilian life. A lot of veterans, it's hard for them to readjust into civilian life coming from the life of the military. I'm an American soldier that suffers from PTSD. Being in front of a crowd, it doesn't give me as much anxiety and aggression as I thought it would.
Yeah. Psycho Stu is a veteran who was suffering from PTSD and found wrestling as a means of escapism and fell in love with the sport. And now is currently hospitalized in the ICU, but apparently is stable, so hopefully Rampage Jackson is accurate with that claim, that he is alive and stable. That would be wonderful news. But what an unbelievable set of circumstances that led to his hospitalization here. Yes, he made a mistake with Rampage Jackson's son here, not knowing whether or not he was a worker, and still building the storyline anyway under the impression he was. But it's not a mistake that should have led to something like this, especially when he did everything in his power to try and rectify it and try and apologize for his mistake and explain why it happened and ensure that it was totally unintentional and there wasn't meant to be any bad blood or anything. And he thought that he did accomplish that, but clearly Raja Jackson didn't actually think so. He was just acting. Raja Jackson was flexing his thespian skills here when he was pretending that everything was okay between those two, because what he was actually doing was plotting a premeditated assault on Psycho Stu. Again, that potential argument of self-defense, that has poofed away like Timmy Turner's fairy godparents. That ship sailed a long time ago because he didn't act in response to the threat. Like, after the beer can was crushed on his head, which, again, he wasn't expecting, and that can be dangerous, but he didn't, like, act in the heat of the moment to defend himself from that or anything. Instead, he let it marinate, let his rage bubble up, and then waited for his opportunity to get revenge later. There is no longer a possible case of self-defense here. Like, yes, he was wronged, but he didn't like try and defend himself from that threat or anything. He pretended to like move on from it with the guy who did it and then waited to attack him later. And I think you can make a very strong case that it was attempted murder. At the very least, it is a premeditated assault, and based on the things he was saying leading up to it, and based on the behavior in the ring when he was delivering 27-ish blows to an unconscious man's skull, I really think there is a strong argument to be made that he was in there doing that solely to try and kill him. All of this on stream, mind you, and you can even see him respond to the news that the guy that he just unloaded 27 punches on in the ring while he was unconscious is potentially flatlined.
Hello?
I told you to double leg that motherfucker and start welding him. I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. He's fucking in the ring, fucking flatline, bro.
My bad.
You didn't have to do all that shit. I understand y'all had heat. You didn't have to fucking take advantage.
Alright, I'll call you back later.
This guy does not seem to care at all. This is a fucking monster right here. In response to hearing that the guy flatlined, he just says, "My bad." That's crazy. Kratos had more empathy for the people that he killed in very similar fashion, by the way, with like the unbelievable amount of blows to the head. But at least in Kratos' case, the people he was fighting, they were at least conscious. All of these were delivered to an unconscious man. A man who never even saw this coming, by the way, because he storms into the ring, grabs him, and then slams him. So it wasn't even a fight, but he walks away feeling so fucking tough and accomplished about it with no remorse at all for potentially killing this man.
Tired of motherfuckers playing with me, bro. Real shit. One of them was a bitch and fucking bit me. I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'ma stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro. Real shit.
He's walking away from this with his chin held high, extremely proud of what's unfolded here. It seems like this might be the happiest moment of his life. The way that he is perceiving this is him standing up for himself. He is not able to have a grasp on the severity of what just happened here. He thinks that because the disrespect that he encountered earlier in the day, he was entirely justified to potentially murder this man. And by the way, the wrestlers that were calling him a bitch, well, I imagine they were saying that because he basically sucker punched this guy potentially to death. The guy never even had a chance to fight back because he came into the ring when his back was turned, slammed him down, immediately knocking him unconscious. It wasn't even a fight, it was a surprise attack. So I imagine that's what he's referencing when it comes to the wrestlers like insulting him and the one that bit him, with everyone that was like getting on top of Raja to get him away from Psycho Stu on the ground because he was still going back to try and make sure he was dead, it seems. Now, in the rest of the clip here, one of the wrestlers from the event starts walking towards them, talking to them, trying to get them to stay, probably until police get there would be my guess. But he is talking to them and he is shit-talking, trying to goad him into staying. And he's like talking about like, I'll fight you right now. And then it's a back and forth. But Raja Jackson reiterates that he wants to fight more of them there. He wants to continue to beat people within an inch of their life there. It's scary. I cannot imagine a world where he does not go to jail for this. I really can't. Rampage Jackson has tons and tons of money, sure, but I don't know if he's going to be able to outspend the attempted murder charges that his son just racked up here. Now, of course, I'm not a lawyer and I don't have like a magic crystal ball that I can ponder the orb of to see the future, but my guess would be that there will be attempted murder charges for this incident. Because, I mean, I really think it's like, it feels like that's what the goal here was when Raja Jackson was delivering these blows. I mean, I think at bare minimum, you're getting some serious assault charges. Like, no matter what, I think he should be thrown in the slammer for this. This behavior is completely unacceptable. He knew exactly what he was doing. He even on stream states what he's about to do. And he clearly doesn't stop until he is pulled off and then still wants to keep going. All of these blows delivered to an unconscious man. How could you possibly say this is anything other than him trying to kill him? It's fucking sickening. Now, like I said at the start of the video, I've recorded all of this pretty much immediately after it happened, so we still don't know how Psycho Stu is doing, if he's going to pull through from all of this or not. But by the time I post this video, I imagine we'll have some kind of update, so I'll go ahead and put that at the beginning of the video. But as of right now, fingers crossed that he pulls through. Like, yeah, he definitely did make a big mistake with the beer can thing, but I don't think it's something that should have cost him his life here in this manner. This shit is unhinged. Anyway, that's really about it. So yeah. I remember in high school, my Spanish teacher had a poster on the wall that said, "We all smile in the same language," and I thought that was wholesome and cute. We all inhabit this space rock, and we all have our differences, but a smile, well, that's something we all share in common. And another thing that every single person on this planet shares in common is our disdain for this streamer. There's not a soul on this earth that actually likes this guy. His own community only follows him to try and get him arrested or beat up. And when it comes to those two metrics, his community is more successful than the Beatles. The amount of times that his chat has gotten him beat up or arrested is incredible. Like, this man can't go live without getting his shit pushed in or it finishing with him in handcuffs, all because he's following the chat's advice. And he's so delusional he doesn't recognize that they're only there watching, waiting for him to get hurt, and nothing else. They're laughing at him, not with him, but he doesn't recognize that. And he does all of this ridiculous shit with a goofy, stupid smile on his face as he ruins his life live for the entertainment of his audience that's treating him as like a human experiment. So, I've talked about him before, everyone's talked about him before. He's the public nuisance streamer that travels the globe and just makes everyone's lives miserable around him by harassing them, spamming racist insults at them, disrespecting the cultures that he visits, and he keeps getting arrested.
Oh, you a bad bitch, I swear to God. You a bad bitch, I'll take you to dinner. I swear to God, I'll change your life. I'll change your life, baby. Baby, I'll change your life, I promise you. You a bad bitch right here. I'll change your life, baby girl. You know, I'm in the sidewalk. I'm in the sidewalk. I'm in the sidewalk. I'm in the sidewalk. Okay, I'll go. What the fuck? Okay, let's go. Relax. Relax. America. I'm in the sidewalk. I'm from America. What are you doing?
This is from one of his more recent arrests in Israel. You can see him start to panic and spamming "I'm American" as if that's somehow going to save him here, like that's his safe word that's going to get him out of this situation. It's like, oh my god, pardon me, I didn't realize you were American. Let me dust you off. Fucking goober. But yeah, this is how his streams go. He just causes as many problems as possible for his audience, and then it either ends with him missing some teeth or him missing some freedom in a prison cell. But unfortunately, no matter how many times he gets arrested, for some reason, they keep releasing him. They keep letting him out of the slammer. And I do have a bit of a conspiracy theory, so excuse the tinfoil hat here. But I have to think the authorities keep letting him out of the slammer because they're in on the joke, and they know if he gets out, the cycle's going to continue, and he's just going to go out there and get beat up by another stranger, because he is a knuckle sandwich magnet. Any stranger with a fist somehow finds this man's face and just fucking pounds his flesh to bits. It happens so often. He is a sentient punching bag with a pulse, but somehow has even less of a personality than a punching bag would. But it is admittedly very entertaining watching him get fucking brutalized every time he goes live from problems he himself starts with people. Honestly, I'm surprised he doesn't beg just to stay in jail. Like, it's probably safer for him there. Because I don't even think he's ever even thrown a punch back during any of these altercations. He just, like, his arms are like limp noodles, I guess. Because anytime that someone starts beating him up, he just sits there and fucking takes it. It's like they're just beating up a corpse at that point. Like, it's so weird. This guy's a fucking loser. Everyone knows that. I'm not even going to bother saying his name because he's just a vermin whose brain is so poisoned by clout that the only thing he thinks matters in the world is attention. He needs attention more than he needs oxygen, so I'm not going to be saying his name. I'm sure you've already seen this NPC plastered all over the internet. He's one of those very few unifying moments that brings everyone together because we all dislike him the exact same. It's one of those things where no matter our differences, we can all come together and spit on this guy together, because he super sucks. He's just an absolutely deplorable, worthless piece of shit. So, you might remember him most notably from his infamous Japan trip where he spent 90 days in jail, and then he got released, You know, he was talking about how he'll never make videos again or whatever, and then the second he's out of Japan, he immediately goes right back to doing it and starts gloating in their face about how, like, he got away with it and it was all unjust and all that, and then immediately goes to Israel just to do the same shit again, gets arrested, and does more shit like this.
I'm from America. Don't touch me, bitch. Don't touch me, bitch. Don't touch me, bitch. I'm from America, bitch. Don't touch me. I'm from America, bitch. Don't touch me. I'll slap that ass. I'll grab it, too. Donald Trump told me grab it by the pussy. I'll grab that, too. Stop playing with me, bitch. I'll grab it by the pussy right here, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
Influenza is more likable than this guy, and also for someone who apparently doesn't give a fuck, you sure are super sensitive about people making fun of you and hurting your feelings. He was threatening to sue YouTubers that made fun of him. He somehow thinks that this is a flex. He's trying to say it's defamation, libel, and slander, and that he's going to be issuing cease and desists. I'm honestly impressed that his spelling is correct here. I thought for sure he was close to illiterate, but maybe he had his lawyers draft up this tweet. But then again, his voice really does shine through with the last statement. It's gonna feel so good spending your YouTube ad revenue on coke and hookers. Yeah, that really sounds so hard. You can't get pussy unless you pay for it. What a big alpha male man you are, brother. But anyway, this is a bunch of hooey. This is a bunch of barnacles. Like, what a load of fish paste. There's no way he has the capacity to sue anyone because his lawyers are way too deep into fighting all of his criminal charges across the globe. They're having their own, like, Avengers Endgame moment with all of these lawsuits from all of these different countries. There's no way they'd have time to tackle some YouTuber squabble. I don't even know why I'm pretending for even a second that this is real. There is a 0% chance that he has any lawyers at all. This is just a sniveling worm flexing his non-existent lats for his community that treats him like Bozo the Clown, where they can toss tomatoes at him while they watch him ruin his life for their entertainment. He doesn't have anyone in his corner, let alone some lawyers. This man is totally fucking alone, and the only solace he finds is in going live so that way his audience can cheer as he gets his ass fucking pounded into oblivion on the sidewalk per usual. What a miserable existence that is. I don't even know why he's even trying to put on this facade that he has lawyers or any ability to have a lawsuit against somebody. I guess if there was to be a deeper message of this video besides just making fun of this pathetic person, it would be that I really hope at some point he does get thrown in jail for an extremely long period of time. He breaks so many laws and broadcasts it proudly online and makes a mockery out of all of the legal systems that he's taking advantage of here because he keeps getting released. Why? That doesn't make any sense. Keep him in prison for this shit. It'd be totally understandable and it'd be a huge PR win. That's such a rare occurrence where you can get an absolute PR slam dunk by locking up a live streamer. You would get applause and fist pumps out the wazoo from the entire cyberspace if you announced, "We are not releasing him anytime soon. He will spend this many years in jail for the following crimes that he committed and broadcast online." Make an example out of him. Like, I don't know how he keeps getting away with it. But yeah, he is still currently doing the same shit, and he will continue to do so until he is eventually either dead from this or in jail for a long period of time. So I just wanted to talk about it and make fun of him again. That's really about it. So yeah. Yeah, I'm wrapping up 2023 with the season finale, my own little YouTube rewind, where I go back through the internet's most insufferable worms from this year that I haven't previously covered, and I make fun of them now. Yesterday, it was Illuminati on the chopping block. Today, we're shooting spitballs at Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty's infamy online reached its crescendo about a month ago, hitting its peak, mainly because he became known as just this punching bag. His face was a knuckle sandwich magnet, so most of his viral clips were him getting slapped or being involved in some kind of fight that broke out, because he truly is just an insufferable asshole to be around. Now, make no mistake, don't misconstrue my words, Jack Doherty isn't the one fighting. He's the one getting beat like a drum, and I don't think I've ever seen him throw anything beyond one wet noodle punch that didn't connect. He usually has his bodyguards fight his battles for him, with conflicts that he starts and instigates, but he's around fights all the time. It's just, when you get near Jack Doherty, it's like a Dementor. It sucks the fun out of everything, and everyone gets uncomfortable and mad at him. He just has this indescribable X-Men mutation about him that makes him impossible to be around while also being in a good mood. So I'm going to go ahead and show you his most viral clip that ever came out from him, the legacy for which he will always be remembered. This is his magnum opus.
Go.
What? Little Prompt, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Little Prompt? Yeah. Yeah.
This is Jack's iconic shtick, where he walks around causing a ruckus, just being this menace to society, harassing people, and then trying to get a rise out of them. The second someone looks like they're ready to get confrontational with Jack, he has his security guards swoop in and stop it, just put the kibosh on it immediately. He travels with his bodyguards that are basically his babysitters, his nannies, really his guardian angels. They're the only thing that's kept him alive this long, because he is such a piece of shit. Everybody wants to fight him when he does things like this, but his bodyguards protect him. And he still has the gall, the fucking chutzpah, to stand behind his bodyguards, peek his head over, and continue to insult the person. He actually looks like a cartoon villain out of Popeye. Like, look at the way he conducts himself. It's so bad. This would be the most embarrassing moment to somebody else, but for Jack, it's his proudest moment. Now, when it comes to insulting Jack Doherty here, I actually have skin in this game. Just like an 80s action movie tagline, this time it's personal. When I say he is insufferable to be around, I'm not just basing that off of the videos I see of him. I actually know Jack Doherty in real life. In fact, he was in one of my videos 4 years ago, but you probably didn't know that because I did my absolute best to edit him out of it. It's from a video 4 years ago when the local Tampa Police Department challenged me to complete their police academy. This was during the time where I was watching live PD and talking about police activity, making jokes about it. They invited me out there to try it myself. Well, Jack Doherty actually happened to be there on that same day. Despite my best efforts to rewrite history, you can't fully erase the stain. You can see the cringe cryptid right there in the yellow shirt. This is a young Jack Doherty spotting. At the time of filming that video, Jack would have been 16 years old. And I know it's not exactly cool to bully a child, but this wasn't a child, this was a demon. It's not just me that had an extremely negative impression of Jack on that day. Matt, Andrew, Tiana, and the officers all had nothing good to say about their experience being around Jack Doherty for like the 6 hours we were there. He was one of the most disrespectful people I had ever seen in person. For some reason, he was extremely loud most of the day, so anytime he tried to talk, he'd kind of yell it at the officers or anyone he was talking to, I suppose. It was like he was trying to get into a screaming match on an Xbox Live lobby for no reason. Like, I think that was just him trying to be hype for his video or something, but man, it was extremely annoying. But beyond that, anytime we were about to do one of the tests, or if the officers were trying to tell us something about one of the tests, he'd be like interrupting them frequently, and the yelling was giving me a goddamn headache. Like, none of us had anything positive to say about Jack. The only thing is, we all understood that he was a child, and he found internet fame extremely young. So clearly that had a poisonous effect on his mind, and we had all just kind of expected that he's going through a phase most likely, and he'd eventually grow out of this. But not only did he not grow height-wise, he also didn't grow personality-wise. His attitude is exactly the same. His face looks exactly the same as when he was a 13-year-old boy, which is highly unlucky for him, and maybe that explains why he lashes out so often. But overall, over the last 4 years, he's just gotten worse. He's gotten more degenerate, more aggressive, more hostile, and he's just a giant piece of shit now. Since he's had internet fame for so long, he truly believes that he is some kind of deity, this kind of internet god, and everyone is beneath him. He thinks he's superior to just the plebeians around him, so he uses all the strangers he comes in contact with on stream as props for his content, and his big thing is still basically having his bodyguard protect him all of the time, which is so fucking pathetic. But anyway, let's dive into a bit more of the Sack Doherty lore. So he makes most of his money through OnlyFans. He manages a lot of OnlyFans girls, as well as having an OnlyFans of his own, which I think if you sign up for that, you need to be put on some kind of FBI watch list, because this looks like a child. That is a very fucking awful OnlyFans page to be subscribing to. You probably need to be investigated. But he makes all of his money there, basically, and he will never let you forget he is making a lot of money through managing these OnlyFans models. He frequently posts these flexes talk shit all you want, you wish you could spend this much on your credit card in just 2 weeks, and it's just an absurd amount of money that he's dumping on garbage. He posts these at least once a week, and it's clearly engagement farming. He's just baiting people into getting mad at him and just shitting on him, because he's realized that that is his formula to success. He'll just cosplay as the communal urinal for the internet to collectively come take a piss in, because it gets him a little money off of like the Twitter posts, but maybe it gets him a couple extra OnlyFans subscribers or a few curious kids that'll watch his stream to see what kind of degeneracy unfolds. He's basically playing the villain. He's leaning into the role. I always find this to be an extremely sad path to take, because he is actually just becoming the clown on purpose, and eventually he's going to grow up. It's going to happen at some point, and it's going to be nothing but shame for him, I imagine, because who in the world would possibly want the legacy of just being the hated douchebag? That's not something to be proud of. Even if you do have a lot of money in your bank account from it, I can't imagine it feels good to explain to your friends and family how you got that money, because everyone dislikes you and makes fun of you. Like, there's no way that that's a rewarding experience. I don't think there's any reason to show you any more of his clips. They're all just infuriating garbage. It's just eye-rolling trash. Like, even just yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, he got into a confrontation with a bouncer over like a fake ID or something, according to the headlines. And it's once again just Sack Doherty being the little goblin that he is. Just this little douchebag. And just an entitled asshole. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about him a little bit since I haven't talked about him all year, and I do actually know him. I'm using know really loosely. I met him one time, but that was enough to get an extremely accurate gauge on the kind of person he was then, and all I could do was pray that he wouldn't be that person in the future. But he became so much worse down the line, which is almost impressive, actually. So yeah, just wanted to talk about him a little bit. That's it. So yeah. Another day, another Kick degenerate streaming themselves committing crimes. I swear, there's more crime on Kick than there ever was in Gotham. And today's Kick crime comes from a familiar face that only a mother could love, and I guess OnlyFans girls that are using him for his money, Neon. He recently got released from jail to everyone's dismay, and he is already back on the grind producing content for the weirdos that no one really likes. Yesterday, he came up with a banger idea for his content where he actually linked up with a criminal who is somehow a bigger loser than Neon, if you can believe that. His name is Squeeze, and he's considered the most dangerous driver in New York. He rents supercars and then films himself driving recklessly on public roads, endangering the lives of all the innocent people around him so he can attempt to goad the police into chasing him so that he can flee. Jiminy Christmas, how cool is that? This clout-obsessed turbo douchebag is somehow more lame than Neon, which I didn't think was possible. I didn't know a specimen like that could exist in this realm. So the two of them together, that was a match made in heaven. If they weren't streaming, they probably would have been fucking each other. Two ultimate losers coming together to commit crimes. So they streamed on Kick, of course driving recklessly, and then it ends up with them in a hit and run.
Okay, alright, we're good, we're good. Calm. Calm. Oh my god! Oh my fuck! Oh! What the fuck? Oh shit! What the fuck?
Oh shit, bro. Everything's good.
Oh shit!
Oh, everything is 100% good.
Drop me off.
We're good.
Neon begs to be let out of the car, and his wish was granted. They let him out, and then he starts running away, saying that he needs to get inside and off the street. He starts treating it like he's trying to lose stars in Grand Theft Auto here. So he is clearly freaked out by all of this. He also just got out of jail, and now he could be looking at some more problems. Now, granted, he wasn't the one driving, so I don't think he'd face any serious repercussions, though I imagine maybe they could come after him for setting this up, because this was clearly the idea behind the stream, is get together with the most dangerous driver and do some dangerous driving for Neon's stream to entertain his audience. So it'd be like premeditated crimes, pretty much, for the sake of Kick streams. Now, Neon has been banned for this, and I know it's not going to be permanent, because nothing on Kick ever is. They are a platform that is impossible to take seriously, because it is pretty much used by a lot of people as a place to just broadcast actual illegal activity, and Kick still does really nothing about it, except give them a 72-hour ban at most. Which always makes me laugh, because a lot of Kick streamers, as well as Kick themselves, would talk about how Twitch is so inconsistent with their rules, which they are, don't get me wrong. So like a girl spreading her butthole live on camera or even having full-blown sex on cam on Twitch only resulted in a 3-day ban. Meanwhile, Kick still does the same kind of shit for similar content like that, as well as actual crimes that are being broadcast there. They are still guilty of doing exactly the same shit of terrible enforcement of their rules, and it blows my mind that they don't see that. Like, for some reason it's different when Kick only gives a 72-hour ban for someone having sex on stream, or not even ban them for having sex on stream most of the time, and also only gives like a 72-hour ban for fucking criminal activity. It's laughable. But anyway, after the hit and run and the adrenaline started to wear off, Neon did a bit of reflecting in a very somber mood about how everything went awry.
I was there to do a Q&A, sit in his car. We agreed and handshaked only 10 over the speed limit, and this retard just went crazy, and I can't do shit. I'm sitting in the car. What the fuck am I supposed to do, bro? I can't just jump out when it's going 100 miles per hour, bro. So, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is, bro. Don't tell me to shut up, bro. Don't tell me to shut up, bro.
Shut up. I like how even his own chat is bullying him here. Like I've always said, if he wasn't a streamer, he would probably be a professional swirly victim. Like, his face would know the inside of a toilet bowl better than anyone else on the planet. This guy is so unlikable and insufferable. So he's trying to say that this whole thing was just supposed to be a Q&A where he sits in his car and Squeeze only goes 10 over the speed limit. I highly doubt that's what was agreed upon. Squeeze is addicted to attention, so he has done an interview before, and even in that interview, he does something similar to what he did with Neon here. Granted, to a lesser degree with the other interviewer, because obviously the other guy is taken more seriously than someone as pathetic as Neon, but still, there's no way Neon went into this not expecting to get into high-speed, illegal shenanigans. That must have been the entire point of doing this. Why would you just interview him again after he was just interviewed by somebody else? Like, it wouldn't make any sense, and Neon is not an interviewer. He's not in anything. Neon is the human nothing burger. So the only thing that he could have possibly concocted here for his stream is to excite them with Squeeze driving recklessly as Neon screams like a bitch in the passenger seat. That had to be the entire purpose behind it, not some kind of fucking Q&A with Neon at the helm. That sounds like the biggest snooze fest of all time, and he knows that. He knows that he is uninteresting. So he would have absolutely said to Squeeze, let's just go on one of your stupid joyrides for the stream. That's what I think, and this is Neon trying to cover his own ass since he was literally involved in a hit and run. So he was probably afraid of some repercussions from this, especially since it was streamed on his channel, and it seems like he organized this whole event here. I highly doubt it was ever just supposed to be a very calm Q&A with the most dangerous driver in New York. Neon sucks. Like, he would not broadcast him doing some kind of Q&A format. That is so boring. I would rather listen to a 2-hour audiobook lecture on the Krebs cycle than ever listen to Neon interview someone. And I know his fans feel the same way. Like, his view bots, they don't really care. They're gonna be there regardless because Neon's paying for them. But the ones that actually watch him are like the perpetual jingling keys addicted children, and they are not gonna just watch a dumb Q&A with Neon. So he would have absolutely said, just go crazy and I'll stream it. That's what I think.
Squeeze! Squeeze! Please! Please, 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 bro! Please, bro! Squeeze! Enough! Come on, bro! Please, dude! Please, dude! Please, dude, no. The cop's right there, the cop's right there! Oh my god, he almost crashed! Chill, stop. Stop, you're tripping. Squeeze, that's a cop, Squeeze, that's a cop. That's a cop, you're tripping.
Even before the hit and run, this just seems unwatchable. Who wants to listen to him peek the mic through squealing the entire time? Plus, I just find this entire activity of driving recklessly on the interstate super fucking cringe. I can always appreciate talented driving, but that's not this. This trend of douchebags just driving extremely fast on the interstate and weaving between cars cutting up is not impressive. Like, I don't think there's anything impressive about that at all. My fucking grandmother used to do that when I was a kid, and I hated it then too. She used to cruise around on the interstate taking me to Perkins in her 1978 Chevrolet ass tutor or whatever, and she'd do this, and there was nothing cool about it. My grandmother used to do this, and it wasn't cool then either, but now all of a sudden there's a lot of people that think it is, I guess, because it's becoming somewhat popular. It shit sucks. All you're doing is putting your life and everyone else's life at risk for nothing, literally nothing. I did do a bit of a deep dive on Squeeze in particular though. He does seem to be a pretty talented driver, especially when it comes to drifting, but all he uses it for is this illegal criminal shit and putting people's lives on the line for nothing. Why not actually do something cool with that ability? Why use it for this garbage? It's fucking frustrating, it's infuriating. And the best case scenario is when Squeeze inevitably does crash doing some of this content, he doesn't take anyone else with him. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to talk about this a little bit. Another classic kick crime. That's it. So yeah. Today's been a big day for kick degeneracy. They broadcast 2 crimes live in the span of 12 hours. That's a new record, baby. Give it up for Kick. Huge round of applause. They're really busting new ground here. Usually it's only 1 crime per day, that's the quota, but they said, you know, hold my Johnson, we can do better. July 4th's right around the corner, let's celebrate the only way we know how, with crime. It's nothing new for the platform, that's kind of become Kick's entire brand identity. It's basically like this quarantine zone for unhinged weirdos that the Joker would have recruited for his gang out of Arkham Asylum, and they basically set it up like zoo exhibits where edgy middle schoolers can go in and flick boogers at the glass as they laugh at the fucking clowns on the other side getting themselves hurt for a couple of extra viewers. Anyway, I'm only going to focus on one of the crimes from today for this video. I might make a follow-up for the other one, but for now, let's focus on this baffling display of lunacy. So, a Kick streamer harassed this couple in public. The couple then started arguing with this loser, who got so butthurt that this couple dared argue with him and touch his phone as he put it in their face, jamming it down their throat like he's giving them a fucking endoscopy, that he, in response to their argument and touching his phone, pulls out a gun and starts threatening to murder them. He says multiple times that he's willing to blow them away. He's ready to kill these two in cold blood because his feelings got hurt that they insulted him after he started shit with them.
You pussy. I love the POV from Nampa Stream Prime. It shows the real you. You gotta appreciate your height, your balding, and your few palm art.
You ain't shit.
Who gonna sock who gonna sock him in the face?
Do you wanna get socked?
What are you doing? You better let go of his shit.
But do you wanna suck your face?
Turbo Douchebag has his chat on screen, and I had to censor it because they just keep saying some awful shit and putting links to things that I have no idea what they are, but I'm not taking any chances with it. They just keep calling this woman a whore. So he went up to her, he started insulting them, and then the chat was like, "Whore! What a whore! Look at her! There's a whore around! Hey, anyone else just sneeze? It's because we're allergic to whores!" That's like his whole chat. Great community he's fostered here, and that sounds about par for the course for this kind of content. If you can even call it content, all it is this guy trying to turn himself into a human punching bag, but he's so fucking sensitive he can't even play that role well, he can't even be the heel. So the second someone challenges him, like here with the woman, like insulting him and then like slapping his phone, he snaps and brings out a gun.
Oh yeah, I got burnt, bitch.
Shoot her. Shoot her.
Yeah, she's in there grabbing my phone. Oh, you want problems? You want problems too? You want problem? You want problem? You just grabbed my phone. You just grabbed my phone. Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit. Don't grab my shit. I'll promise you I'll shoot the shit. Let it go. Don't touch my shit.
Bro's got the Glock set to Wumbo here. The size of this fucking piece is actually pretty crazy. Maybe it's just like the angle of the camera here, but that shit looks like a Roblox gun. What an incredibly stupid thing to bring a gun out for, especially considering he started this. I don't know how he would never expect someone to slap his phone when he's actually putting it directly in their face. He is basically the one that's instigating a physical confrontation, not only by being an insufferable douchebag that's harassing random people, but he is getting as close to their face as he possibly can, like trying to put their skin under a microscope. Like, I have no doubt if you looked at his footage, it'd probably look like Ant-Man when he was shrinking to get to the quantum realm. Like, he is so close to them, and the natural human instinct in a situation like that is to swat that garbage away. Like, I don't know how he wouldn't expect that.
I promise you. Why would you grab this shit on my phone?
You don't understand what trouble you're getting yourself into.
What trouble? Let go of my shit. I promise you I'll blow you away. I promise you I'll blow you away.
We're gonna leave.
I promise you.
You about to get blasted.
Alright. What?
Leave, doll boss beaner.
She touched us first. She touched us first.
He even goes as far as to say that she touched us first, as if he had nothing to do with how this whole thing started. It's her fault. She's crazy. Someone help. Crazy lady. She hit my phone. So I'm going to kill her. And it's justified. I feel threatened. She hit my phone, so I'm gonna start shooting. Alright. It is 100% his fault, and he is 100% a bitch for this. To pull out a gun on two people that you've just harassed and are now willing to kill because they dared argue with you and touch your phone that you were shoving in their face, you are such a piece of shit.
We're filming this shit. Alright, I could. It's public. It's public. Put your fucking... Alright, yeah. Fuck out of here.
He fucking sprayed, dude. He fucking sprayed. He sprayed all
Get out
of
of
us.
here.
Alright. Fuck out of here. I'm a fucking... You stupid.
Please, dude.
Now you can hear the other guys say, you sprayed everyone. So I'm thinking what happened here based on the rest of the clip and also the events preceding it. One of the people on this goober squad, the fucking goof troop here, actually maced the couple. The Charmin Ultrasoft squad not only brought out a gun, but then also maced the couple because they dared argue back after being harassed by this loser, and then slap his phone. That is craziness. To me, this seems like these streamers are using this content as a convenient excuse to try and get a rise out of people and then assault them. So they bring mace, they bring a gun. I bet they also have fucking taser too, maybe brass knuckles. Like, what else did they bring here? A fucking golf club to go Last of Us 2 on someone? It really feels like they just want to hurt people and they're using these pranks as a vessel to maybe have some way of doing it and trying to argue that it was self-defense. Like, oh, they just reacted really bad to our prank, so we had to shoot them, or we had to mace them. It's unhinged. It's absolute insanity.
No, you guys
He sprayed
my
us.
face is burning.
Dude, my fucking eyes are
I don't know
burning.
what you guys are doing. Come on, let's go.
Fuck out of here.
Like, what is that extra? Dude, bro.
Quit the away. Away.
Let's go.
Hey, listen, hey, yo, just right now. Your bitch started shit. I don't record, you dumbass.
Just go. If you don't...
The delusion with the statement this guy just said was like hearing the brown note. I almost shit my pants. It is so unbelievably, unfathomably delusional. My body just had like an actual reaction to hearing it. He said that they started it, the couple, and that he's recording it, dumbass. Brother, this is incriminating for you guys. You have recorded your own crimes here. You're doing the police's job for them. This is not going to make that couple look bad or look in the wrong. It's you guys.
You don't want that. Just go, brother.
Don't talk to me. You got problems too. You want problems?
For what I need?
What's up? You want problems?
Yell blaster.
I'll blow you away.
Really?
Really?
Okay. All right. I got it. I don't want to fight you. Just go, dude.
Why don't you want to fight me?
Because you guys are fucking...
I'm not a... Bro, I will literally just fuck you up.
Like when we got the cayenne pepper, you guys can't. You guys use pepper spray.
Your boyfriend's a bitch.
Your boyfriend's a bitch, says the guy that just pepper sprayed them. He panicked because they dared insult him and argue back, so he went into his fucking toy box to pull out every little gadget and gizmo and doohickey he could find. A gun, pepper spray, it's crazy.
They got crazy as fuck for no reason, LMAO.
Bro, why she grabbed this shit? She got me pissed.
Yeah, me too.
That was how I took her hostage and fuck her in front of him.
I need some water, bro.
You need water? Act like nothing's wrong.
Bro, I'm fucking dead. Bro's Glock is fat as fuck. Shit ass tweaking.
Huh?
You all did initiate the confrontation.
Why? Where we put it in handbag? No, what? No, stop. No, I don't want problem. I'm relaxing, sir. Sir, I'm just recording. He didn't do nothing.
Don't move. You know you just recorded everything, right? So you saying to the officers that he didn't do anything is immediately disprovable by just checking the VOD that you filmed, you absolute bumbling moron. Holy shit. So one of the guys he threatened to shoot went and got some nearby officers here, who then took matters into their own hands to arrest them for literally waving guns around and pepper spraying people.
Control 60 by give us a red Cromwell. Sir, I'm relaxed. Hey, you go. Turn around. You don't have to stop that.
Fuck the cops.
Don't hurt me, please. Don't hurt me.
On your stomach. Yeah.
This is such a fitting conclusion here. He starts whining and screaming, "Don't hurt me," after he just pepper sprayed and threatened to shoot an innocent couple over an altercation he started for his dog shit stream. You couldn't write a more fitting, poetic ending to this stream, and it happened so quick after the event. I mean, that's absolute cinema.
Don't reach.
I'm not
reaching. Stomach, bro.
Come on, sir.
Relax. Put your hands back. Put your hands back.
I didn't do anything. Sir,
fuck all these cops. You're not fucking listening.
Sir, I am, sir. I'm sorry.
Actually amazing how they keep saying that they didn't do anything, they're innocent, when all you have to do is rewind the stream 30 seconds to see him have a gun in his hand, threatening to blow them away. Actually just threatening to murder people, and they also ended up pepper spraying innocent people as well. All from shit they themselves started. And the chat was going on about how corrupt the cops were and all of that, when that's a bunch of hooey. They had just been told that there is a fucking lunatic that's waving a gun around threatening to murder people and also just pepper sprayed a bunch of people. Like, the cops are responding to that. That is a dangerous person. That's a threat. And they handled it pretty well, all things considered. I can't see exactly what happened, which led to the takedown, but from the angle, it seems like he tried to, like, run up the escalator, so then he, like, grabbed him and took him down, but I can't quite tell. But regardless, this guy has a gun that he's clearly not afraid to just bring out and threaten to kill people with. So, I think they responded pretty well, all things considered. And this is absolutely deserved from the streamers here, and I hope they spend a long time in prison. I have no idea if they will, but they absolutely should because they are not safe to be in society. So yeah, I just had to talk about this. Just more huge kick degeneracy here with this broadcast crime, and who knows, it could have turned into him actually shooting people on stream. And that is scary. That is horrifying. But yeah, anyway, that's about it. So yeah. Yesterday, a streamer set her kitchen on fire, and it was dangerously close to just becoming like a crematorium. It got out of control quickly and was handled in the worst possible ways by 2 people there. But luckily, nobody was hurt except for the kitchen. That took a beating. The kitchen got walloped.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, for sure. Alright.
It starts so innocent, simply cooking in your lingerie on stream, a pastime we can all relate to. I can't even remember the last time I went into my kitchen and tried to whip up some fucking spaghetti without my bare butt cheeks hanging out. Now you might be asking yourself, what mystery cuisine is she in the process of preparing here? When I was first watching this clip, because the clip that went viral is about a minute long, but I wanted the whole kit and caboodle, so I went to like most of this segment here, and I really thought that she was just playing with condoms and milk. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was some kind of weird science experiment. Turns out they're pickles. So she was going to fry some pickles, and everything went south quick.
I have a play better than that. I don't like pickles, but I've never had them fried before.
Oh, it's gonna be lost.
Oh, turn the fan on. Genius.
Lost. 25.
Should I turn the oil down? I don't know anything about this. I've never done this before. I've never fried them before.
Holy shit.
I think the oil might be ready though.
Yeah, I just...
Oh, I hate the smell of burning. I actually hate the smell of deep fryers.
Are you burning something?
Only a little bit.
Bro, what the fuck is that?
The cracks are already starting to show, and I'm not just talking about her ass. So the dude over there is like, is something burning? What's going on over there? Holy shit, did we get invaded by a smoke demon? Why is this happening? What in tarnation? And you can see she's over there with a giant puff of smoke like a ninja vanishing with a smoke bomb. And it's only going to get worse. So she's talking about how she's never fried anything before, so she doesn't really know what she's doing. She's kind of winging it. And I recognize I'm no culinary expert myself. We can all agree on that. But I would say, why not just look up a quick tutorial on, like, the steps to take? You know, just glance at WikiHow. So that way you might be able to prevent dying in a fiery doom. Like, we have technology.
Wait!
That shit is smoking so much.
It's so. Oh my god, Tanner's on fire! It's on fire!
Bro.
What do I do?
Turn it off! Turn it. What the fuck?
What do I do?
Bro, turn
what
it
do I
off!
do?
Turn it off!
Tanner, hurry up! Tanner!
Turn it off!
Turn off!
I don't know what to do!
Honestly, just another great example of how detrimental panicking in a situation is. When you let fear take the wheel, your goose is already cooked. So she just starts yelling about how she doesn't know what to do, so she's frozen. She's out of the game, basically. She is on the bench now and is a spectator. She is no longer participating in trying to solve this issue that has been created. You know, as she's sitting there saying she doesn't know what to do, the fire is getting stronger. The Fire Nation is building up power. And now it's up to Tanner here to take control, but he's also panicking. So he's also just sitting there watching it. Now, Fire Marshal Charles here, what they should have done, the optimal solution here, would be just to put a lid on it. That would have been checkmate right then and there. But let's say there was no lid for this pan. The previous night a burglar broke in and stole it. You can use salt. It takes a lot of salt, but you can use like a few handfuls of salt on a small grease fire like this, and it will extinguish the flame.
Grab the...
Tanner!
Grab the...
Grab that! Tanner!
What
oh my god, Tanner!
What is it?
Tanner!
What is it?
Oh my god, Tanner! Tanner!
I don't know what it is!
It's grab the extinguisher! Tanner!
An interesting decision that ended up working out. So he ran in there and slapped the pan down like he was casting a fireball, and it basically shotgun blasted all the grease and fire across the kitchen, and it burnt everything that it touched, but the fire didn't spread, so it didn't burn the whole building down, luckily. But when you're panicking, you're not thinking rationally. You're really not thinking at all. You just start working off instinct, but that's not, I don't even think it's accurate to say instinct, because you start to go like stupid brain. Like your brain smooths out in moments of crisis, and you start making the worst decisions ever. So I actually was in a kitchen fire scenario. It was never like out of control, but it was starting to get to that point. And for some reason, my little tiny reptile noodle up here thought, oh, okay, I'll just put this underwater, because it was small enough I could move it to the sink and pour water on it. That's actually the dumbest thing you can do. So when it comes to a grease fire, you can't put water on it. That's going to make it worse. And luckily, I caught myself before I did that, because I actually probably would have burnt my whole house down. So it's one of those things where once you lose your composure, once you stop being calm, you start making horrible choices. Like here.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Oh, keep doing that, please. Hold on, guys. I might... Oh, shit.
Now, I've seen a lot of people calling bullshit on this, saying that it's all staged, it's a load of horseradish, you know, it's not real, they did this for views. And I definitely do think we live in a time where someone would do that, but in their case, I don't think so. She gains nothing from it, except having everyone shooting spitballs at her, making fun of her, and I'm pretty sure I heard them say that they're in an apartment and that they were about to lose the security deposit because of this, because they just caused so much damage to the unit here. So I feel like there's really nothing to gain from it, unless she just has some kind of humiliation fetish and just wanted everyone to make fun of her, it'd be a really weird thing to stage. I think it's far more likely that this was a genuine instance of someone not knowing how to fry something and not knowing how to handle a grease fire. Interestingly enough, it's not the first time this has actually happened on stream.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit, oh fuck, 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 fuck. Oh fuck, 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 I don't know what to do, guys, I don't know what to do. Shit. Help, 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 help. I don't know what to do, you guys. Guys, I don't know what to do. Help, help.
Once again, panicking almost led to a much worse situation when she ran it underwater, spread the fire more, started throwing the fire around like she was tossing out candy on Halloween, but with fire here in the kitchen. And then she's shouting for help. Like, what do you want me to do, lady? Jump through the computer and put it out myself or something? Like, come on. Point is, I don't think it was staged. If it was a really stupid idea because the kitchen does get really fucked up from it. Hey, like, it's not fake. They definitely didn't CGI this on some kind of advanced soundstage. Like, they're not in the studio where they filmed The Mandalorian or anything. It'd be a really dumb thing to stage because I don't think she stands to gain very much from it regardless. But maybe there's a good lesson to be learned here for anyone that didn't know how to handle a grease fire prior to this. Just don't do anything you saw them do. What you do, you fucking put a lid on it if you can find one. That should be like your go-to strat. I think that is the tried and true method. It's just the optimal strategy, really, in my opinion. There's a couple different tactics, but I think that one's just the simplest. And of course, remain as calm as possible. I know it's easier said than done, you know, there's definitely some times where I'll be in like an emergency situation and doing nothing productive. I'll just sit there going, like actually accomplishing nothing. Like, I get it, but that's the worst thing you can do. Just do your best to stay as composed as you can, so that way you don't end up just making worse choices for the situation there. That's really about it. See ya.